Suddenly, Kingpin's assistant enters, searching for Spider-Man. At that moment, Miles quickly hides and makes himself invisible. The assistant gets very close to Miles but doesn't see him. Just then, the assistant receives a call from Kingpin, ordering him not to return without killing Spider-Man. After the call, the assistant removes his mask, and Miles is shocked to discover that Kingpin's assistant is actually his uncle, Aaron. Miles tries to escape while still wearing the mask. Aaron chases him, unaware that the person he's chasing is his own nephew. Eventually, Miles manages to get away. Back at Aunt May's house, all the alternate versions of Spider-Man are still gathered. They finally manage to build a new key to replace the one that was broken. Miles arrives and tells them what happened, that his uncle turned out to be Kingpin's assistant, and expresses how shocked he is. Suddenly, Dr. Octopus crashes into the house with her mechanical arm, starting a fierce battle. She tries to take the new key, but Miles's friends manage to toss it to each other while fighting. Eventually, the key ends up in Miles's hands. His uncle chases after him to take it, still unaware that it's Miles behind the mask. After a long chase, Aaron finally catches Miles. Just as he's about to finish him off, Miles removes his mask and reveals his identity. Aaron is stunned to realize that Spider-Man is actually his nephew. He hesitates to harm him, but just then, Kingpin appears and kills Aaron. Kingpin then grabs Miles and flies away with him to a distant location, trying to save him but fails. In his final moments, Aaron apologizes to Miles for letting him down, and for letting down Miles's father as well. He urges him to keep helping people, then passes away. At the same time, Jeff, Miles's father and the officer in charge of the area, arrives. He sees Spider-Man and tells him to put his hands up. As Jeff turns his back, Miles escapes and returns to his dorm in a state of intense anger and sadness. He sits down and cries. Suddenly, his friends enter to comfort him. Meanwhile, Jeff discovers his brother Aaron's body and mourns his loss. He tells the police that the new Spider-Man is a killer and must be arrested immediately. Back with Miles and his friends, they say their goodbyes and tell him he will remain in this world until he helps send them back to their universes and destroys the Collider. Peter asks Miles for the key and tells him it's too dangerous for him to come along to destroy the machine. He's not ready and can't fully control his powers, and his presence would put him in danger. But Miles insists on going, so Peter is forced to web him to a chair and take the key from him. Miles asks Peter when he'll finally be able to use his powers. Peter replies, "When you take your first leap of faith, once you truly believe in yourself." Peter then leaves with the other Spider people and heads to Kingpin's lab, where a celebration is being held for Kingpin's supposed victory over Spider-Man. All the guests are wearing Spider-Man costumes, making it easy for the group to blend in. At the party, Peter sees Mary Jane, the identical version of his former girlfriend who died in his world. He's visibly affected. Gwen notices and approaches him, encouraging him to pull himself together. He goes to talk to MJ and apologizes for not being there when she needed him, but she doesn't understand and walks away. Back to Miles. He remembers his uncle and, channeling his grief into strength, manages to free himself from the webs. He goes to Aunt May's, gets the tools and a new Spider-Man suit, puts it on, and leaps off a rooftop just as Peter once advised. At that moment, he unlocks his full powers and gains complete control. In the lab, Kingpin seals the place and orders his assistants to activate the Collider, causing a temporal disturbance across the entire city and randomly opening 5 different universes. The machine begins working, and Peter and the others rush to stop it. Peter climbs up to insert the key and shut it down. But Kingpin's assistant sees him and knocks his hand away at the last second. A huge battle breaks out. The assistant catches Peter and is about to kill him when suddenly her mechanical arm malfunctions. Miles is behind it, invisible, and joins the battle. He's incredibly powerful now, and everyone is amazed by his control over his abilities. Miles helps them fight the villains and takes the key. He starts controlling the beam and opens a portal for each of his friends to return to their own worlds. They say their goodbyes and leave one by one. When it's Peter's turn, Kingpin reappears. Peter refuses to leave, saying he has to stay and face Kingpin because Miles can't take him on alone. But Miles reassures him and insists he go back to his own world. He can handle it. Peter finally agrees, says goodbye, and leaves.